No, I had to get some coffee and the internet was acting up, guys. You know how the internet acts up this time of year. Okay, don't mess up.
Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear with a low near 58 on Wednesday night. Winds light and variable. And Halloween, considerable cloudiness with a high near 81 and a low near
Of course.
48.
Oh, what was that? What the fuck's going on? My God. What? It's working now. The Matrix. The Matrix.
Experience the difference at Southern States Bank. We're not just your bankers, we're your partners. Southern States Bank, your community, your bank. SouthernStatesBank.net. Equalizing member FDIC and MLS number 410611.
Nope. There you go. Okay, we're here finally. The internet just keeps on acting up.
Education, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newnan. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners.
Great.
And Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. is Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newnan.
Keep your home safe with home scan inspections. Our licensed and accredited professionals know exactly what to look for in order to prevent safety hazards and costly defects that may be found in your home. Ask about our free roof and termite inspections to ensure all areas are covered. Visit homescaninspector.com or send a text to 770-855-5678. Home Scan Inspections, where knowing matters.
You're walking, shopping, or on your favorite trail.
All right.
Get that feeling.
Yeah.
What do you do to be prepared?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to read it this morning. I walked in and the internet was acting up all morning because of that. I saw it on my phone. But yeah, that's what happened, Randall. Very good. Yes. I try to watch a little bit of it, then boom. About 5 minutes before I came on the air, everything was set up and boom. You knew we were going to try to talk about it, Randall.
It's the last carnival of 2024, Lanett Fall Festival presented by Jordan Communications in the Old Mill parking lot, Lanett, Alabama, November 12th through the 17th. Readmission.
Well, I got to go to a break again.
10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Merry-go-rounds, family.
How the hell this went so long is beyond me.
Presented by WQEE, WZZV, WVEQ.
Yeah. 30 degrees and all right.
Works here in the Metro Atlanta area. I'm offering my services as a counselor.
All right. Whoa.
If you need my services at my website, www.
Pamela has 33.
Or you can reach me at my number 470-205-0167. If you're in need of counseling services, please reach out.
Yeah, come on. You got to love it when your computer acts up 5 minutes before you go on the air. Yes. Internet, everything just went complete. Better than I did to 4 radio stations. We're on 2 right now, but completely 4 of the Jordan Communication and Family radio stations. Stay with us. We got it kicked off now. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most, the one, the only, Ryan O'Neal, and of course, my hoarse throat is starting to come back. We're going to be back 110%. Got a lot to talk about, so stay with us. 78,000 plus of you on the Shoutcast Shout Out Loud, almost not on the RyanORadio media page, which is on iHeartRadio, Amazon Prime, and all of those streaming platforms. We're across the British Columbia, Isles of Canada, and hey, the only one that actually worked this morning, Earth Rock Radio. I wonder why. They never knock me off. We're across the YouTube page, Facebook page, and the Jordan Communication and Family Radio Stations, Sunny FM radio networks from Metro Atlanta to East Alabama. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. And to all of you out there, haters, listen up. Oh, I'm the man around here, whether they like it or not. Good morning. Welcome into this TGIM Major News Monday as we head into a full morning of fantastic information. We're going to talk about some ballots that were kind of flipped and flopped and stolen, or whatever you want to say, in Colorado. That was sent to me on Friday. I looked into it. That's going to be our top news story. And I want to thank our good friend, the Patriot, for putting my picture on there, making it look like I was part of that news story. I shared that all weekend. We'll talk about that. Plus, the Dodgers got game 3 tonight, and New York, they got 2-1 lead, ladies and gentlemen, over the Yankees. We'll talk about that. We're going to say hello to everybody momentarily. Also, we'll give you your degrees, but no traffic yet. Tell you how cool it is somewhere. We got a true crime arrest. A Grammy Award-winning rapper was arrested. Also, it's the final week. Harris and Troup on the campaign trails in the battleground states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Indiana. Their weekend in Georgia this weekend. We'll talk about that. Plus, a San Antonio, Texas red voter hit an elderly poll worker. Also, Jelly Roll performed over the weekend for those up at Appalachian High School students and teachers. The Grateful Dead bassist and one of the founding members, Phil Leese, has passed away. I hope that's how you say his name. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get you some wrestling wrap-up in the final period and a bunch of other stuff going on. Good morning, Red Bricks. How you doing this morning? Jessica, good morning to you from Red Bricks in Detroit. Jessica is on with us from California. Pamela says it's 33 degrees and clear in her neck of the woods in Pennsylvania. Also have to say hello to Brewhouse Reviews. He says it's 30 degrees and West by God, Virginia. I got it right. Good morning to Martin as well. If he's up, every one of y'all should be up because it's 4 a.m. out there on the West Coast. Keith T in the house with me. He was like, hey, coming out a little late. Yeah, man, the internet. The Patriot. Thank you, brother, for being with us. Truck driver Terry is on the road and on the feed with us this morning. 58 degrees here in the Metro Atlanta area of Noonan right now. And, of course, about 19 minutes past the hour. We're a little past news time, but that's all right. We got to get ready for our good friend, Coach Tommy Lewis. Also, good morning to Monica. Yes, thank you. I am sounding better. I got a weekend of rest. Roll Tide Randall, my brother from another mother in Alabama. I appreciate him, and I'm going to read over that, and we'll get into that information you sent me today. I'm going to get into it either tomorrow early or all day on Wednesday when we have no guest. No, we got a guest in the final period, but we'll have more time. Let's see. I did everybody. I think I said hello to everybody. All right, we're going to take a short break. 41 in what we like to call our beautiful area known as Washington State. All right, guys, back in a moment on Sunny FM radio dials. There used to be a place I worked for, Sunny 100. Sorry. I'm so used to it now that we got that Sunny as the full-fledged for the company as a whole. Back on the RyanORadio Penitentiary, Coach Tommy Lewis next. We're going to get into that story today that you sent, Patriot. I read over it.
Radio News. I'm RyanORadio. News brought to you by Newnan City Church, 17 First Avenue here in the metro Atlanta area of Newnan. Newnan City Church every Sunday morning, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and 10:30 a.m. services, 6:30 p.m. services. Transforming lives for Jesus' sake. That's your Jim Ellison and staff. Invite you out. A man in Lagrange was shot on Hammett Road last week. The victim reportedly said he was walking west on Hammett Road near the speedy service at 201 Plexville Road when a person shot a gun at him and a bullet struck him. If you know any additional information on this, please contact the Lagrange Police at 706-883-26.
Hey, Coach, sorry I'm a little late. It's been, I've been trying to get everything on.
Yes, sir. I get it. You all right?
I'm doing good, except for this Monday. Got a little started off a little unique and trying to get everything together because next Monday we'll be on all the stations.
Right. Yes.
So it's going to be a big one. So I'm just,
Sir.
yep. So, but trying to get all this out of the way that needed to get underway. And I came on late, had to do my intro and do my local news. And
I got you.
I'm enjoying having more radio stations, but there's more responsibility now.
Yes, sir. I get it. Yes, sir. Well, that's good stuff, man. I'm excited for you.
Randall, that makes sense. I'll talk about it later, brother. Yep. It all makes sense to me. I'll tell you why. Well, we'll talk about the game a little bit on Friday.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll take a break and get into the second half and talk about what's coming up this week and then maybe some college.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Because I know we don't want to stay on the game too long since it wasn't a good one for us.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know if you heard, we got our region crossover game, which will be our final regular season game this week. We play at Mount Vernon.
Oh, okay.
We'll play them this Friday at 3:45 in the afternoon, but they don't have lunch.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be early.
Yeah, no doubt. So a little different.
For sure. All right, we getting ready to go on, Coach?
All right, sounds good, Rhino.
Welcome back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary on this TGIF Monday or TGIM Monday. We welcome you back inside our favorite portion of Inside the Coach's Corner with our favorite head coach from the landmark Christian War Eagles. Please welcome the one, the only Coach Tommy Lewis. Good morning, Coach.
Hey, good morning, Rhino. How you doing today?
I am doing good. After last week, I was able to talk to you last week, but then on Tuesday and Wednesday, I had laryngitis, so I was completely out of it for a few days.
Oh, wow. That's radio talk show host. That's not a good thing to have.
No, not at all. Not at all. You know, it seems like I have to use my voice more, but everybody at home was kind of happy I wasn't talking for a few days.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure my family wouldn't mind me getting that a little bit as well.
Sometimes it is. Well, Coach, we're glad to have you with you on this Monday and everything. So let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit about the game on Friday, which didn't go in our way at all. So what happened on Friday?
Well, it was a situation where it was a tight ball game. And, we've had a couple of tight ones this year and have been fortunate enough to come out ahead in a few of them. And this one just didn't go our way. We made too many mistakes, on both sides of They're very patient with it, they're very disciplined with it, and if you don't match their patience and their discipline and their intensity,
Mm-hmm.
then they'll pop one on you, and that's pretty much what happened. I mean, we played pretty doggone good defensive football for 90% of the plays, I'd say. But let's see, they had touchdowns of 50 yards, two 70-yarders. Which, like I said, if you fall asleep at the wheel, that's kind of what happens. And so while we played a fairly solid game on defense, with their triple option offense, if you're not playing that assignment football every single snap, and everybody's taking their 111, their job, then they make you pay for it. And that's what Mount Parent did. So, unfortunately, per usual, we were slow out of the gate.
Mm-hmm.
I think, when we look back on the season, I think, so far playing at home has not been, a home field advantage. I mean, all of our losses come at home. I don't know whether it's because it's distractions, of the home crowd, or leading up to the game, or what have you. But home has not been too friendly to us.
Right.
So we hope to turn that around this week at Mount Vernon. But before we get into that, offensively, we played a better game.
Right.
But again, just shot ourselves in the foot early with a few mistakes. Drop passes. And again, same thing. Offense is execution depends on everybody doing their job every play. No matter what kind of defense we're facing, and it takes one, either block and breakdown for a defender to ruin a play, or someone not doing the right route, being in the right place, the right time for the quarterback to read, or the quarterback's eyes being in the wrong place. So a lot of things that just weren't consistent enough on offense to match the scoring of Mount Parent. And like I said, we lost close. We were down 13-0 at one point, came back, tied it up.
Right.
Down 21-14, came back, tied it up 21-all late in the game. Then they popped one of their long ones. They have a very good quarterback. Can't recall the young man's name, but I remember his number 2. Very good quarterback, and he raced for a long one for about 70 yards late in the fourth quarter to put them up 28-21, and we just couldn't mount another offensive score.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll tell you what, Coach, we're going to take a short break, and when we get back, we're going to talk about the second half of this and get ready for this week's early game and talk a little college football in just a few moments. Stay with us. We're more on the way inside the Coach's Corner with Coach Tommy Lewis from the Landmark. Coach. Oh, okay, there you guys go. Good morning, Eliza, down in South Africa. Monica, you say Port Huron. That's where one of the FPHL teams play, that the Columbus River Dragons play in the playoffs, as well as the Athens Rock Lobsters, I should say. Guys. I hear you guys talking about that. Ooh, goodness. Oh. You guys like the rock lobster name there? Crispies. I'll tell them you'll support them. Y'all like, subscribe, and share on the page now, guys. All right, guys, we're going to come back. Oh, I hear that, Brute House. You liked him because of the Family Guy. Welcome back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary. Good morning to you. 58 degrees out there. Your time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Mike and the crew can exterminate and lay the smack down for you. Yes, you're all back on the Sunny FM radio networks, and we have our favorite head football coach from the landmark Christian War Eagles, Coach Tommy Lewis, with us this morning inside the coach's corner as we're talking landmark Christian football. We're going to talk a little college football, and I've got one more special question to ask him at the end here. Coach, as we head into this week, it's going to be an early game for you guys. Let's talk a little bit about why 345 and all that good stuff for the landmark Christian War Eagles.
Sure, yeah. Mount Vernon School is situated amongst a bunch of neighborhoods. They don't have lights. They've never gotten permission or the permits to get lights. So they play if they play them at home, they play them in the afternoon. And so, and of course, with it getting darker earlier these days, we will be kicking off at 3:45 at Mount Vernon School. It is our last regular season game.
Mm-hmm.
The outcome will certainly have an impact on the state seeding as we go into state playoffs.
Right.
And so it's a big game for both schools. And the way our sub-region set it up is their side, or our region set it up is their sub-region will host this year's games, and then our sub-region will host all the games, all the crossover games next year. So
okay,
we travel to Mount Vernon and have a 3:45 p.m. kickoff on Friday afternoon.
Well, what do we got to do this week, Coach, on offense and defense to take this game and put a W in the win column?
Yes, sir. Well, we need to get back to what we were doing during our 6-game win streak.
Yes.
Really play good physical football, be sound in our defensive scheme, which it's not that we haven't been sound in our scheme these last 2 games, but we need to execute it. And I would definitely say the same thing for offense. Execution of the game plan, of the schemes, will absolutely be paramount. And that will have the direct impact on the result. And obviously, each and every week, game of football comes down to blocking and tackling. All things being equal, that will be the difference. Which team blocks the best, which team tackles the best,
right?
Makes the fewest mistakes. Whether it be penalty wise or in their schemes, but you can overcome a lot of those things. But sometimes those shortcomings when you just play with ultimate effort and ultimate team unity. And so that's what we've been trying to work on all season long is bringing the guys together, playing hard. It'll come down to our preparation. How much are we going to invest in our preparation?
Right.
Will be important for these young men as we go into this game on Friday.
Sounds good, Coach. Well, I know that a lot's going on with this. You got big games coming up, and I know that you're catching as many college and pro football games as you can on the weekend when you're not working diligently with these young men to get them out on the field on Friday Night Lights. And we've got NBA action and NHL, and also another little thing called the World Series going on. And I'm going to go ahead and ask you this before we get into the NHL. Who do you have to win the World Series? The Dodgers are 2 games ahead right now. out of LA. They're coming into New York tonight in the Bronx to take on the Yankees. So what is your thoughts on that game between the Yankees and the Dodgers?
Well, I have to admit I was pulling for a couple of underdogs to make it.
I know.
Powerhouse organizations certainly are no stranger to the big stage. And,
Right.
I was hoping my Cleveland Guardians might be able to upend those Yankees. But,
Uh-oh.
Yankees are back in the championship again, although they are down, like I said, they're down 2-0. But I see them coming back tonight.
Okay.
I think they'll make it a series and at least get the dub tonight. But who will win in the long run? I wish I knew enough about both
Teams.
both rosters to make an educated guess. Rhino, I do know that they're both star-studded. They have
Yes.
back rolls and a lot of superstars. Like we were talking about with football, it'll come down to execution of those guys when they're out there. Which pitching staff can execute the pitches at the right time,
Exactly.
and which guys can execute their defense behind those pitchers, and who can get hot at the plate. And but I think the Yankees take care of business tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, I hear you. And, with the Dodgers having a former Atlanta Brave that supposedly wanted to stay with the Braves a few years ago, Freddie Freeman, he's been looking good in those games, and you got that big star out there from Japan and on the Dodgers team. And, of course, the Yankees have who they got. So, it's a star stud. The Yankees haven't won a World Series and hasn't been in a World Series game in a very long time. So I know that city's for that. But between you and me, I was kind of hoping, and I don't want you to get I know you were in Cleveland, but I wanted to see the Yankees and the Mets play. That's what I want to see, the crosstown rival there.
The Subway Series.
The Subway Series.
That's for sure. But,
yeah.
I was pulling for the Guardians. And I was pulling for the Mets. I like to when I don't follow something super closely, I'll usually defer to pulling for the underdog. But those two powerhouse organizations, the Dodgers and the Yankees, they've said a little too much for the little guys.
Definitely so. Well, I'll tell you what, Coach, now that we've got our baseball predictions out of the way and the World Series continues on, we got NBA action going on, LeBron James and his son playing together. Before I get anything else, I want to ask you about that as a father who's played sports and you got sons that play sports. What do you think about that? How exciting is that for LeBron James and Bronny?
Just incredible. Words can't express. Just what an amazing situation to be in. What an amazing feat. Certainly it's a credit to LeBron and his longevity, and also to Bronny, because not just because you're born to an athletic superstar,
right?
You're going to become one unless you have the work ethic and the talent, and you put all those things together. So it's a real credit to both those men. And what a neat opportunity. It's got to be special.
It definitely is. And like with your sons, they have the athletic ability, but also some of them have musical and acting ability as well. So, I guess they got it from mom, right?
Right. You know that, Ryan. You know the deal there. But,
for sure.
My sons would have, I count myself blessed just being able to have coached, all my children. So that in and of itself is pretty special. But to be able to be on the same court or field or what have you, has to be pretty amazing.
It does. That was the one thing I wanted to ask because I know it's exciting. NBA, NHL is back. FPHL is back, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I'm pretty excited this morning because my other War Eagles actually won. So Auburn.
They did. They won a tough one on the road. It's not a place. An easy place to go in and win at, and they took care of business. Congratulations.
All right. What games did you get to check out this weekend in the college football world and the NFL world, Coach?
Well, I carved out a little time Saturday evening to watch the LSU Tigers. Go into College Station and get one from Texas A&M, but I think they're 0 for their last, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 trips down there. So
Right.
they came up short, and they did catch a little bit of the early games. Notre Dame and Navy, and Notre Dame. I thought Navy might be able to give them a little bit more of a battle, but Notre Dame took care of business, and then got to see a few clips of the Tar Heels take care of the Wahoos. So that warmed mine and my wife's heart a little bit to
Sure.
Carolina take care of business up there in Charlottesville. So those are the games I got a chance to see.
Sounds good, Coach. Well, before we let you go, let's talk a little bit about what's going on at Landmark this week and what's going on at Landmark.
Yes, sir. Well, we've some of our athletes have transitioned to their winter sports as the as some of our fall sports have wrapped up cross country. I think still have states, so all of our state qualifiers on our cross country team will be competing there. But softball's wrapped up, volleyball's wrapped up, and basketball has begun. And so, of course, for our football players, they get to try out once our season's over. But
Right.
But the athletes are ready and raring to go, and so they're excited about. Of course, our football guys are excited about extending our football season as far as we can and as long as we can. And the winter sports guys are all geared up and excited about winter sports starting. Aside from basketball, we've started wrestling,
Right.
and swim team is also cranking up. So lots going on athletically on our campus, Rhino. Just this past Sunday, we had a one-act play going on campus, and so our talented students are just hitting it on all cylinders, academically, athletically, and the arts. So always something going on here at Landmark.
Sounds good, Coach. Well, I'll tell you what, anything else you'd like to add before we let you get back to it?
Well, just excited for you and WQEE, Rhino, and I got you know that your show's going on multiple stations here starting next Monday. So really excited for you, and just really appreciate you folks there at WQEE for having us on. So appreciate our partnership.
Sounds good. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, when we come back, we got more on the way. This has been Inside the Coach's Corner with our favorite head football coach, Coach Tommy Lewis from the Landmark Christian War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Back in a moment. All right, Coach. Sounds good.
My brother, appreciate you, man. And you have a great week, and just very excited for you, Rhino, getting everything going on multiple stations here next week.
I'm going to be excited about it too, and hopefully some of these other stations. Well, one of them I'm already on, but maybe they'll enjoy what I'm doing. So,
Absolutely. I'm sure they will. Congratulations.
We'll talk again next week, hopefully with a big W.
Amen, brother. Amen. Would love to get back to that conversation for sure.
For sure. Well, you have a great day. We'll talk again next week, Coach.
All right, Ron. Have a blessed one, man.
You too.
Okay.
Bye. Go War Eagles. That's right, Daniel. Daniel, what about them Falcons and Chiefs? Winston, I'm so glad to see you back, brother. It's been a while. Yep, that's the War Eagles is a cool name. The funny thing about it is it's a private school in Fairburn, Georgia, but a lot of big name players have came out of there that played with the Seattle Seahawks, that also played in the USFL or whatever it's called now, UFL, USFL, XFL, and all that. Yeah, Alabama did wipe the floor with Missouri. I didn't want to say anything about that in case Daniel was on from Missouri. No War Eagle, my cousin. I'm a bald eagle. Do you grim? You're great, guys. I appreciate you being on. Hello to Eliza from South Africa with us. Daniel's on joining us. Brewhouse is always with us. Keith D, thank you, brother. Thank you. Tiffany is on with us this morning. Like, subscribe, and share to the page, guys. Winston, my brother, is back. I love him. We missed you, brother. We missed you. That's right. Martin, my Ed McMahon, is sitting right next to me in the chair. Oh, Lord. What a morning. Glad this thing's going up and down. Agent 206 is with us this morning. All right, guys. Hide the illegal liquor the government's in. Government's here. Hide the liquor, guys. Hide the moonshine. Agent 206, there's no moonshine in here. And no, we have no guns either. Wink, wink. We have no guns. Wink, wink in here. Wink, wink. I definitely need to do that. I know you're not. I'm messing with you, Agent 206. My voice is back and I want to have fun. Woo. That's what a government agent would say, said Winston. Winston says, you're not going to catch us off guard, Agent 206. Because we're all perfect in here. Nothing. There's nothing. Nothing going on here, secret agent man. Nothing. Just a regular chat. Angels, Terry C. Yeah, got angels watching over us for sure. Illuminati exist. I hear that sometimes, Jessica. Welcome back in to everybody. Thank you very much for being with us. My voice is getting back to 100%. Thank you, God. All right. As we continue to move forward, ladies and germs, who do you have in the World Series? 73% of you say the Dodgers. 27% say the Yankees are New York. And tonight they're back in New York in the Bronx to play game 3 as the Dodgers lead that series 2-0. We'll talk a little bit about that before the end of the hour. Plus this morning from the Daily Wire, I got information about a local Colorado election officials launching an investigation that we're going to talk about. I look like I was investigating in that with my picture on top of that. Thank you, Patriot, for doing that. Also, a San Antonio, Texas man is in trouble for punching a poll worker. I know you don't like them sometimes, guys, but you can't do that. Harvey Weinstein diagnosed with cancer is one of the top stories this morning. Jelly Roll is hosting a private performance for the Appalchee High School for students and staff in the city of Winder. You know, the shooting that happened months ago, we told you about, that shut the school down for a while, where the kid that was kind of a little messed up in the head, not a little messed up, completely messed up. Yeah. He also is pleading not guilty and going for a jury trial. So there you go. Jelly Roll is performing for them and raising some funds there as well. I don't know. I know I've seen Jelly Roll come and perform on WWE. I've seen him before. Big old guy. Makes you feel good when a normal, everyday looking guy can make it in the business. And they don't always have to look like Brad Pitt. I know, Jessica, they got to look good sometimes, but hey. I'm just saying that to our girl out in L.A. All right. Also, Grateful Dead's bassist and founding member Phil Leese has passed away on Friday at age 84. No word on how he passed away, but we'll get you that. Love Jelly Roll, says Brad. There you go, brother. I hear so many good things about the young man and everything. He's a big old fella. You know, he wrestled one time, just for you guys to know. Wrestling is involved with everything. So if you don't like wrestling, you might as well step aside, because wrestling's involved with politics this year. Wrestling's involved with rock stars, and Jelly Roll, I'm just going to call him a rock star because he sings rock, hip hop, country. He does it all. So we just call him a rock star. And everything. Nice guy, good guy, loves wrestling. I've seen nothing but nice things about this guy. So we're going to add him to the Sunny FM radio dial network of playing his music there as well. 98.7 FM. There you go. All right. If your PO is asking, you're hanging drywall. Okay. Winston, we got your back, brother. We got your back. Good morning, Bradley. Brad, thank you for, not Bradley. Brad, thank you for joining us. I don't want to get it wrong. Sorry about that, brother. Anyway, there you go. Before we head in to see what's going on with traffic, 58 degrees out there in the metro Atlanta area, Noonan. We are holding at 30 degrees in West, by God, Virginia, 33 in Pennsylvania, and 41 in Washington State. 43 wherever Winston's at, I don't know. I'm not going to tell. If he didn't tell, I'm not going to tell. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael and the crew, of course, want to lay the smackdown for you. Woo-hoo-hoo. Speaking of laying the smackdown, and we're keeping it as our poll question, as we only got a few minutes left in this hour before we get into a couple other things I want to talk about this morning. Plus, at the end of the show, we'll talk a little wrestling wrap-up for you. But, hey, Game 1 and Game 2 went to the Los Angeles Dodgers out Friday and Saturday this weekend. North Carolina State at Scotland. North Carolina State at Scotland. Okay. All right. There you go. Well, whatever you say, brother. All right. Anyway, night 1 of the World Series. Freddie Freeman, a former Atlanta Brave, hit his first pitch fastball to have a historic walk of slam, as they were calling it, leading the LA Dodgers to right past the New York Yankees in extra innings, 6-3 on Game 1. It was a back and forth game. Game 1, Game 2, the Dodgers just led completely 2-0, scoring and leading the World Series on Saturday, topping the New York Yankees in the end, 4-2 in the final. It's a back and forth game, but tonight, Game 3 is in the Bronx. The Yankees may take it. I think it's going to go back and forth. You know why I think it's going to go back and forth, guys? Because they make more money on the World Series that way. Hey, we had a lot of people on. Where's all the people that come back? On the YouTube page. Come on. All right. So there you go. We got a lot of news we're going to get into the next 2 hours. I always like to kick off my Mondays with a little bit of sports, give it a little light. And we're in the last few minutes of the show with some soap opera news, male and female soap opera news. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Bad Blood 2 is on the way. I'm going to let you guys figure that out later this week. Coming up on Wednesday, we got Horrifying History's Brenda Gasky, where she is giving you a historic history and story from the history that is stained by the blood of the unknown. That's coming up Wednesday. Also, tomorrow morning, period number 2, we'll go inside at 30 minutes past the hour with our friend sports analyst Richard Holdridge. We'll have the NFL picks to hit this week. Falcons, Chiefs, way to go. We'll talk more NFL stuff tomorrow morning and a little college. And we head into the final periods with Shane B tomorrow. He and I are going to talk about what's hot, what's not, and what's going on with movie reviews. And the final period, my brother Shane B joins us. Coming up on Thursday, I'm going to try to have a special guest on the Halloween show. I'm going to see if he can be on with us if we can. You've been asking for him, Gail. I'm going to try to get him on. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Friday is the beginning of November, and we're going to get you ready for the weekend as Harris and Troup both are on the campaign trails in the battleground states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Georgia this weekend. Terry C., you're 59 years young. 59 years young today to Terry C. of Kentucky, who's on the road somewhere this morning. All right, let's take a look at, speaking of on the road, brought to you by our truck drivers that are always working their butts off on the road. Yeah, it's time for our traffic update this morning in the metro Atlanta area right quick. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia 400 got them going on here this morning. That's right. We got them going on here this morning. Traffic, ladies and gentlemen. Traffic going on like this. Dawsonville crashed in the right lane at Georgia 400 right past the Joynham Road. That happened about an hour ago. Fulton County, a crash at I-285, ramp at I-20, westbound going through westbound through the lanes of I-20. They're okay. DeKalb County, stall at I-285, southbound near Glenwood Road, exit 44. School bus crashed. I hope that no kids are injured. School bus crash on near I-85 at Shadow Ford Road there in DeKalb County. And finally, Fulton County, another crash at I-285 near the inner loop at Jonesboro Road, exit 55. Backing up there, no traffic issues going from here to East Alabama, all looking good. There's a roundabout in West Point, exit 1. But other than that, everything's all good down to the Auburn exit, and from Auburn all the way up to Newton, looking good into Carrollton. That's what's going on back here in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the hour news every 30 minutes on the RyanORadio Penitentiary. You're locked down on Sunny FM radio networks. We have the news you can use.
I'm Rick Smith, and this is Labor History. On this day in labor history, and we're going all the way back to 1648, more than 100 years before the American Revolution. And early
Wow. That's a long time ago. What's up, TYD? Hockey season underway, brother. I know you're excited about that.
The shoemakers were particularly concerned about low-skilled workers driving down wages. They formed their guild in an effort to protect their trade. This has been the basis for much of the trade union movement. The guild members argued that
Let's see here.
the damage which the country sustained.
All that is good.
To set a quality standard for their industry. To ensure that standard, they set up an apprentice system by which new workers could learn their craft under the instruction of an established shoemaker. Nearly 4 centuries later, we hear similar declarations from union electricians.
I hear you, truck driver Terry. That season's year round, brother. I mean, I apologize. I shouldn't have said that.
Instead of president or secretary treasurer, the shoemakers of Boston include a surgeon, a warden, and a beadle. Another difference is that the Massachusetts.
All right. We appreciate you, Brew House, brother. Thank you. God bless you. And you have a great night. We'll appreciate you taking the time out of your morning schedule as you come off of work to be with us for a few minutes. Brother, get some rest, and we appreciate you, man. We really do.
online NBA. Celebrating 25 years.
I'm
Online NBA. Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Dave Maddox. Egypt's president is calling for a 2-day ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. The proposal from Abdel Fattah al-Sisi also calls for Hamas to release 4 hostages held in Gaza in exchange for Israel releasing an unspecified number of Palestinian prisoners. An official briefed on the ceasefire tells NPR Israel has not rejected the proposal but is waiting for the results of the presidential election.
But like I said, road time, Randall, up there earlier where you said that they all were kin somehow. I had somebody in my life. The wife thought that Bush and Obama looked the same to her. So by you bringing that up, it's not a surprise to me.
The World Health Organization says Israel's siege and raid of the Khan Adwan Hospital over the weekend came at a heavy cost. Hospital facilities and medical supplies were damaged and staff arrested.
McDonald's is going to get your quarter pounders back out there. They're not going to be healthy, but they're going to be back out.
More than 140 patients, and that Israeli military operations in the north killed his son. He buried his teenage son Ibrahim on the hospital's grounds over the weekend. Met Global, a nonprofit with staff at the hospital, says the boy was killed by Israeli aircraft in northern Jabal.
Ooh, got a lot to talk about. I'm so happy my voice is coming back.
Final full week of campaigning in the 2024 race for the White House. Former President Donald Trump returns to Georgia today for a Republican campaign event in Atlanta. Vice President Harris takes her Democratic campaign back to Michigan, as NPR's Asma Khalid reports.
Harris is making a couple of stops in Michigan to highlight the administration's
Yep.
boost American
Heard some stuff about that.
She's visiting a semiconductor facility that received an investment.
Might like to dive into that. That'd be a good Weird Wednesday topic. We can get away with it on Weird Wednesday, if you know what I mean. Randall, why do you think I have theme days? See, that's how you get around all the. That's how you get around all the other stuff.
Fast food giant McDonald says testing has ruled out
Shop your East, South, West Georgia weather forecast brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care those running quitters who weird things at all. Mike on the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. Cloudy skies today beginning with partly cloudy skies throughout the morning. High near 74. East winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour. A clear sky tonight with a low near 53.
What's up?
On your Tuesday, sunshine and clouds mix very warm. High near 77. East winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear for Tuesday night. Winds light and barrel low near 56. High near 80 on Wednesday with cloudy skies.
Good morning, oh glory. Parody is still legal for a few more days.
That's your East Alabama, West Georgia weather forecast brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Newton. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care if those rodents, critters are doing things at all.
Experience the difference that Southern States make. You're not just your members, you're your partners. Southern States Bank, your community, your bank. Southern States Bank.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to the former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
You're walking, shopping, or on your favorite trail.
Getting ready to come back. Period number 2 underway.
What do you do to prepare in today's world? I'm Paulise. I'm the founder of Winder Georgia specializing in women's self-defense. All women of all ages have the ability to learn how to defend themselves effectively. With technical drills to build their survival skills, you can be your own hero. Classes and private seminars are available. Learn today how to save tomorrow. WarriorDefenders.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bruce Brennan. I'm a counselor that works here in the Metro Atlanta area. I'm offering my services as a counselor. Contact me if you need my services at my website, www.flourish2.org, or you can reach me at my number, 470-215-0167. If you're in need of counseling services, please reach out. We can do it in person.
All right, we're getting ready to come back.
Every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. right here on WQEE. We help those who are struggling with their faith or have doubts through discussion, inspirational stories, and contemporary Christian music. So tune in to Let Go and Let God Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. right here on WQEE.
Here we go. More. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Oh, yeah. To you. We are. Oh, you think you know me? Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. You're in lockdown, inmates on the YouTube and everywhere else. We'll tell you where you're at, as well as you're all over the Sunny FM radio network dials, and we're getting closer and closer, closer. Click, 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 click. All right, ladies and gentlemen. 78,000 plus of you worldwide tuning into us. We're across the RyanORadio media page, streaming on iHeartRadio, Amazon Prime, and 23 other different platforms. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada up there. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, right here across the Sunny FM radio networks. Before we do that, we're across Earth Rock Radio, 25 real and internet radio stations all over the Navajo Nation, Arizona, and New Mexico. We're across the Sunny FM radio network dials from East Alabama to Metro Atlanta. Hey, whoa, don't be freezing up on me over there. We're on the YouTube page. Like, subscribe, and share. And if you want to help brother out, $RyanShelander. Help me get a good cup of coffee or maybe a pizza or something. All right, ladies and germs. Yes, indeed. I'm loving that music in the background. Good morning, Richard Spencer Jr. How you doing this morning? Project Bluebeam. That's a weird Wednesday topic, but we'll get into that. Good morning to you, bringing you into it. What do you have? Who do you have in the world to win the World Series? 70% of you say the Dodgers. 30% say the New York Yankees. All right, we got a lot in store for you coming up 11 minutes past the hour. We're currently holding at 58 degrees in the Metro Atlanta area. That is 30 degrees, 40 degrees in North Carolina, 30 degrees in West by God, Virginia, 33 in Pennsylvania. That was the last time we got that from our friend Pamela, and 41% up at our 41 degrees up in Washington State. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. I think they all slipped their way to the top. Not just one person, you say it. Oh, you guys don't argue about that. I'd be glad when this whole election thing is over, no matter who wins. I'm going to accept whoever wins. But Randall and I are still going to talk about Bush and Obama and all of them connections in the family on Wednesday. Bad Blood 2 is coming up next week. And I'm going to tell you why it's called that. But first, I will be glad when this is over. I'll be glad when it's all over. I'm talking about the election. Oh, what election it's been. Vince McMahon has controlled the whole thing. It's me, America. It's me. I created these monsters. The monster himself created the monsters. All right, in the national poll right now, very, very close. I'm glad it's close, though, so that we don't have all this stuff. But the reason I'm doing this is because I'm leading to a story that the Patriots sent me, which I feel is unfair for anyone. Harris is leading by 0.7% nationwide with 48.1% over Trump at 47.4%. Alaska, Trump is at 51% to 43%. Arizona, 48.7% to 47% for Trump. Georgia, 42.2%. And the battleground state of Georgia leading Harris, 47.3%. Montana, he's leading at 18% of over her with 57.5. She's got 39.5 in Montana. South Carolina, he's got 53.5. She's got 42%. New Jersey, she's leading 52% over 40%. Virginia, 50% over 41% of Harris leading in Virginia. Michigan, wow, she's only got a 0.8% lead there. Nevada, he's got a 0.3% lead, Trump does. Trump is at a 1.1% lead in North Carolina. Pennsylvania, he's got a 0.4% lead in Pennsylvania. Wisconsin, she is leading 48% to 47%. Harris in Maryland is overwhelming with 61% of the votes. He's got 33% of the polls. New Hampshire, Harris has got 50%. He's got 44%. Ohio, Trump is leading 51% to 44%. In South Dakota, no doubt, Trump is leading 60% to 34%. Also in Florida, he's 51% over 44% in Florida. Really? I figured that'd be like 70-30 or 80-20 in Florida in his favor. Just in my opinion. In my opinion. Maine, he's got 41%. She's got 48%, and 11% of the people are not, I guess, down the middle. Maine, 11% are down, 56 for her, 33 for him. Texas, 51% for him, 46% for her. Really? New York, 56% for her and 39%. New Mexico, 49 for her and 42 for him. I'm continuing to go down this for you guys just a week before. I just want to give this before we talk about this news story I want to get into. Oregon, she's leading by 12% of the votes. She's leading Washington at 20% of the votes. California, 24% of the votes. Minnesota, 6.5% in the polling, I should say, not votes, but polling. Utah, he's at 16%. She's leading in Massachusetts with 60% to 32% for him. Tennessee, he's overwhelming. He's got 60 to 70% of the vote there, or polling there. In Iowa, he's got 49% of the polling so far. She's only got 43%. North Dakota. Already did them, I think. Let's see. Let's go on down. I don't see where's Alabama. Alabama is probably overwhelming for him, I'm going to say. So there you go. I want to get into that and give that out there. That's the polling. That's correct. That's the thing that's going on. It's a very tight race, guys. Very tight race. Like our friend truck driver Terry said. Very, very tight race. But, you know, there you go. Randall says, may the best man win. He's going to carry Alabama. Yep. I know he is. Only someone who doesn't understand that wouldn't believe it. All right. Back here in a moment, ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. Right after the break, we're going to talk about this Colorado election. Local Colorado election officials are investigating in what they discovered. At least 12 mail-in ballots from 2024 election have been turned in and were not correct. We'll talk about that after the break. And that's coming from the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire, if you're a conservative, that should be the only conservative network you should be watching, because they do not do conspiracy theories on there. I can tell you that now. Back in a moment.
Sunny FM Radio News. I'm RyanORadio. News brought to you by Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue here in the Metro Atlanta area of Noonan. Noonan City Church every Sunday morning, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and 10:30 a.m. services, 6:30 p.m. services, transforming lives for Jesus' sake. Pastor Jimmy Ellison and his staff invite you out. A man in Lagrange was shot on Hammett Road last week. The victim reportedly said he was walking west on Hammett Road near the speedy service at 201 Whitesville Road when an unknown person shot a gun at him and a bullet struck him. If you know any additional information on this, please contact Lagrange Police at 706-883-2603. Our Crime Stoppers at 706-812-1000. Police also in Lagrange say a man was charged after an incident of alleged sexual assault and indecent exposure at a Lagrange business. Brandon Lee Garrett allegedly exposed himself and touched a woman inside a herb shop on Ridley Avenue. Garrett has been taken into custody. If you know any information, please contact Crime Stoppers at 706-812-1000. Safety is a top priority in Opelika with the Opelika Police Department, Opelika High School, and parents. After a threat against Opelika High School led up to an arrest of a 14-year-old last week. Opelika High School was placed on lockdown last Tuesday after a shooting threat by a 14-year-old as detectives continue to investigate in this case. The Noonan City Council is seeking your help, the public's input on the Farmers Creek Cemetery. They're changing the name, and they want you to give them some great ideas. Please help out by going to the Noonan City Council.
Oh, thank you for liking my shirt. I got another, I guess you would say, something that goes over. Got it from in Auburn years ago.
The quarterback says he felt like he hoped he gave some inspiration to the team, the coach, and everyone out there. Way to go, Carson. We're proud to see you back out on the field. Reporting for Sunny FM Radio News, I'm RyanORadio.
Looking for the right bank to be your partner? Experience the difference at Southern States Bank. At Southern States Bank, we're not just your bankers, we're your partners. Our team is deeply rooted in the community, and we take pride in providing personalized service. Come to Southern States Bank. Great service comes naturally. Visit us today or check us out at SouthernStatesBank.net. Southern States Bank, your community, your bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. NMLS number 410611.
Active Pest Control offers the best services and prices to protect your home. Offering both monthly and quarterly pest control services, plus services like bed bug, turn roach, and flea control. Even if you can't see them, insects are all around you 24/7. Active Pest Control is for the first line of defense. Active Pest Control. Protect, buy, best termite cover you. Active Pest Control.
What's up, Odd Agent 534? Here we go. He's back. The radio tribal chief is in the house. That's my leader. Vince McMahon is controlling all of this. And you'll find out later in the week why I said that. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Vinny Mac here. Vince, I don't need you saying anything for me. We will be making fun of you later this week. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. The radio tribal chief is here. Acknowledge me. All right, let's get back into it. 23 minutes past the hour, still holding about that time, about that same temperature, 58%, or 58 degrees out there. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Our poll question on Monday is, who do you have to win the World Series? 64% say the Dodgers. The Yankees are getting 36% of the love this morning. All right, let's get into this news story. Coming up in just a few, we're going to talk about a guy that punched a poll worker because he was asked to take off a Make America Great hat again. Yes, you cannot wear political apparel, no matter what apparel. You can't wear anything when you go into a voting place. And that's why a few years ago, Stacey Abrams got in trouble handing out waters in line with her name on it. You just can't do that. We'll talk about that coming up. So stay with us. But first, let's talk about this. Local Colorado officials and election officials launched an investigation after they discovered that at least 12 mail-in ballots for the 2024 election had been turned in and were counted as legitimate votes. The voter fraud was flagged by the election officials. Wow. 3 of them were counted as legit, but the rest cannot be counted as legit because they're not legit votes. Colorado Secretary of State said that while it is an unfortunate that the ballots had been, done this way, their state election system did work and investigation continues. Yes, we want to make sure everything's 100% because after the last time, some people feel like this didn't happen. Now we know that the election wasn't stolen, but some people feel like it was. And I want to make sure everyone, everywhere, feels comfortable this go around. And I'm glad that they're diving deeper into this. They're doing some states are doing actual hand counting. That is great. I think and look, that's probably going to take a few more extra days to get everything in, and I don't care. I know the official day is on Tuesday, coming up 1 week from tomorrow. Not stolen, alternated, says Randall. See, Randall comes up with a different idea, so there you go. But next week, if it takes a few more extra days, let's see how it goes, just so that people will feel comfortable. Because the thing about it is, I'm sorry, but I'm like truck driver Terry. I've been seeing a lot of signs that have both of presidential candidates' yards. A lot of them in this area. I'll be walking through neighborhoods because I like to walk and take exercise, and I'll be like, wow, look how many people are voting for her. How many people vote for him, or supporting? I should say supporting. I'm gonna say supporting. And by the way, you can't steal those signs out of these people's yards, no matter how much you like it or not. Is that illegal? So, but I just want it to feel fair for everyone. Maybe I'm the only person that feels like that. Probably. I'm probably the only person that wants it to be fair for everybody. Because you're an independent news guy that wants to make sure everybody's voice is heard. Yes. And that's why I kind of like some of my audience. I got a percentage of my audience that are, I would say, Swifties, and the percentage of my audience are, I'm not going to say MAGA, I'm going to say Trump supporters. Big difference, Trump supporters. You got to understand and the reason I say that is the way the conspiracy nut guys online try to make everybody look crazy on both sides. I've seen people arguing in my feed, but I don't see them doing anything that the mainstream media news or the clickbait news tries to make out everybody's going to do to one another. I don't see it. I'm looking at my feed and seeing the difference. I don't see violence in there. I see anger. I see disagreement, but I don't see people wanting to hurt each other, physically wanting to hurt each other, which is what's made out in these other feeds. But they get clicks for it. That's why they'd rather have a whole lot of people viewing them than, sitting here and trying to let you guys talk it out. Well, if moths choose holes in any of the yard signs, that's not illegal, Randall. But you can't just pick up somebody's yard sign out of their yard. That'd be like taking a no trespassing sign out and some guy go, "You digging my shine, boy?" I know up in the mountains of Georgia and Alabama, that's not gonna go over well. Taking the signs out of their yard. Oh Lord. All right, but anyway, yes. So I want it to be. I'm concerned about what happened out there with those 12 votes. 3 of them were real, but the rest of them were not. I'm concerned that that's going on. I hope that does not continue to happen, because it will give people a right to challenge things, and everyone has a right to challenge. Challenge the argument, not the person, says Jessica. That's right, sister. No, we don't need. He says Gloria says we're just a few, and this is off my YouTube page, by the way, for those that are tuning in and listening. We're just a few years away from tarring and feathering again. I hope not. And we don't need to tar and feather people that have different opinions. So, and that's what I sit there and watch and see how they do. Most of them try to, make people that are supporting the former president look like they're evil and hateful, and they're all the same as these, just because there's a few Nazis out there that are saying stupid stuff, they try to make everybody look like that, and it's not true. And I can tell you this by my feed and the people I got in here that really were caring about my voice last week, and I know a lot of them were praying for me and everything. So I know that this clickbait stuff. So don't worry when you're like, "Hey, Ryan, how come you're not up to?" Don't worry about it. We'll get there. We'll get there through honesty and talking one another better than me trying to make everybody on the left look like a bunch of lunatic ABC, DFG things trying to force on us, or the other side, the right, look like they're a bunch of hateful, racist people, which they're not. And I don't think either side is what they're trying to portray on these networks. And like I said, if you're a conservative, Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro, Newsman, I don't care how much journalism, I don't care what he took, but the man makes sure his network stays conservative, but down the middle. So, and that's where I got this news story from. He wasn't writing anything bad about anybody. He was just giving news. We appreciate them. All right, after the break, we'll talk a little bit more, ladies and gentlemen, about a man in San Antonio, Texas, who threatened a poll worker. And this all comes together that you cannot wear any kind of clothing with your candidate on it. You can outside of the place, but once you get in there, you have to take everything off. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. It's the latest from SRN Radio News. I recently stopped worrying about humans The reason being is that last week there was an AI that has become smarter than 60% of humans, and they believe it could be fully self-aware in 5 years. I believe that, odd agent. You don't like old. I like what they do on there because they're not they're news. Because I start watching them, they're news. Amen, brother. Oh, glory. See that right there is the reason I don't get on here and try to clickbait and make myself more famous and everything and make up things to make you guys mad at each other and make you just collide and say things, because I see real people in here and I know people are just concerned about their side and I listen. That's what I do. And everything. No, not all religious people are voting for Donald Trump. But it's just that the majority of the conservative party, Jessica, has always been more, that's why it's conservative. It's always been more for, life, for, and I'm cracking you up, Martin. What's that mean? What did I do? Did I do something wrong? Don't bring religion into politics is what Jessica says. Yeah, but there's a lot of them that are. And there's a lot of people that are religious in Washington on both sides of the aisle. Even the current Speaker of the House said that a guy that is in the Democrat Party, he says that's his brother because both of them are Christians. So, conservatives are mostly family-based Christians is what the party had became. And that's what it was, Polly. And that's why you got a lot of people who are going to vote. They're just going to vote conservative because they're conservative Republican, and that's the way it is. It's not a bad thing. So there you go. I was just trying to explain that so that people understand why. And there's nothing wrong with anybody doing what they want to do. There you go. Lisa says that. Wow. Super. Sup, creeps? Happy Manic Monday. What's up, Creepy Confidential? How you doing, sister? I got a question. Are you going to be available on Halloween this week, Creepy? Oh, I know you're not, Bolly, from where you're at and everything. I understand. And as I said, not everybody that votes conservative is going to be 100% religious either. Living the dream. Well, would you like to call in the 8:30 hour if you can and give me a Halloween story? I'm going to try to open it up for Halloween on Thursday. AI is afraid that humans are going to destroy it. Well, a lot of people probably would. Good morning, Captain Hot Buns. How you doing, brother? Voice is coming back. Woohoo! Why some what? Indoor who? Yep, 8:30 is a good time to call on Thursday. That's right. All right, do that. Call in for a Halloween story. Get one of your best ones up.
exclusive deals. 706-623-0218. Visit mostvaluablesmiles.com. Superior Gas Inland Net is your full-service propane dealer serving residential, commercial, agricultural, and recreational propane. They have a full selection of generators, heaters, gas lines, and fireplaces. They're located at 752 North Lanier Avenue in Lanett, Alabama. Open 9 to 5 daily, and their phone number is 334-644-4306.
Are you looking for?
Is Don Imus still available? He could be a good guest on your show. I don't know. Is he still alive, Randall? I got to look that up. Awesome. It'd be great. Then, yeah, you can be one of my special guests on Thursday because I want to turn it into a creepy affair on Halloween. Got to have fun before the election on next week. That is a good idea, Doc. Look up and see if he's still alive for me, Randall. That'd be a good guest. Coming up on Thursday, we're going to line up a whole lot of great guests and maybe you guys for our Halloween edition of the RyanORadio Penitentiary. 54 degrees there as Cher joins on with us in Iowa and heading up high of 76 today. They're not probably answering in there, Jessica. Jessica, they're probably not answering in there, but I know a lot of them are. I know Pamela, I think, is. Welcome back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary on this Monday morning edition. My voice is coming back. Oh, yes. We're going to have a lot of great guests. And coming up on Wednesday, of course, Horrifying History's very own Brenda Gasky will join us. She and I are going to talk about another historic moment stained by the unknown. That's coming up on Wednesday. Tomorrow morning, in the final period, Shane B and I are going to talk movies, what's hot, what's not, and everything. And tomorrow also sports with our sports analyst, Richard Holdridge. We got a lot going on here. Randall says, labels on people suck. That's right, brother. We don't label, do we? There you go. I appreciate you, man. Good morning, all the people. Hey, before we get back into the news of the day, our poll question this morning is, who do you have winning the World Series? Who do you have winning the World Series? 63% of the votes for the Dodgers and 37% for the Yankees. The Yanks. And they got game 3 tonight. Game 3 in New York. And New York, baby. I'm trying to do my New York accent. As the Yankees in the Bronx are welcome the Dodgers over there. They're going to be scared. I can't believe, man. Just for Ryan's last night, NXT's got a wrestler who's supposed to be like a mobster, and he's a fan favorite. Wow. Told you the mob were good guys. Good morning to Cher and everything for being with us, joining us. And speaking of, since it's 54 there, in Iowa, we're still at 58 degrees here in the metro Atlanta area in Noonan. 41 is the last thing I got from Washington State, 33 from Pennsylvania, 30 in West by God, Virginia, and 44 in North Carolina now. And that's your time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. All right, let's jump into this another one here before we head into a break. A San Antonio, Texas man allegedly punched an elderly poll worker in the face after he was asked to remove his hat, which was Make America Great hat, as he entered a location to vote. 63-year-old Jesse Lunenburg Lunzeburg was charged with injuring an elderly person and a $30,000 bond. The 69-year-old poll worker asked him to remove his hat because due to Texas law banning political apparel, hats, clothes inside the voting sites, he was asked to do so. Supposedly, they got into an argument. He supposedly did take it off and voted and went and everything, but they got into an argument. He pushed the poll worker, pushed back, and he hit him, and that's what happened. So, guys, I'll be glad when this thing is over because I'm tired of people pushing each other. Of course, this is a new story of two elderly gentlemen getting into an argument, and it happens because they come from that generation of I'm going to push you if you push me. I just hope that when this thing is over, it's over. And yes, in Georgia, the same band is there. And the reason it's the same band, ladies and gentlemen, is it happened a few years ago when Stacey Abrams was running for governor in the state of Georgia. She was handing out water in line with her name on it. Vote for Stacey Abrams. You can't be doing that. You can't take that into the polling. You can't take anything in these polling locations in certain states. Now, there may be certain states that's all right to walk in dressed up in your whole outfit however you want to, but in Georgia and Texas, it's not. Pennsylvania either. So that was the thing. He should have just took it off. They shouldn't have got into a silly little argument, but hey, some of our elder statesmen like to get into arguments. That's how it is. Am I right, Martin? Yes, it is. Please, elder statesmen and elder states ladies, listen to me. Don't push and fight. I know you come from that generation where you went outside, you got dirty, you fell down, you cut your knee, you ripped your pants, and you got into a little argument and a fight. And that was just the girls. Like Laura Ingalls beating up Nelly. I understand. Don't do it. Don't do it. Thank you, Martin. He said, yes, you're right. There you go. Martin agreed with me. But don't do it. If you have a difference of opinion and political in person and they ask you to take your hat off, take it off, whoever you're supporting or whatever. Just, yeah. But it wasn't me. I know it wasn't you, brother. I know it wasn't Martin. He's responding on the YouTube. So there you go. There you go. All right. We're going to take another short break. Back in a moment. After the break, we're going to talk about McDonald's releasing the quarter pounders back after the outbreak. E. coli. I don't even want to say it loud. E. coli. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We got more RyanORadio Penitentiary right here on the sunny FM radio networks. 15 minutes away from the top of the hour, still 58 degrees in the metro Atlanta area, Noonan.
On this Monday, on the sunny FM radio network, I'm RyanORadio. East Alabama, West Georgia, high school football action. We have all
Bollywood, Allen, AI will be a silent killer.
Springwood Wildcats still in their winning ways as they call up North River 84-6.
Not into make-believe fantasy. Brother, there you go.
This time, Randolph County 56-27. Henley handled Booker T. Washington at 44-4. The Opelika Bulldogs went to Montgomery against Carver of Montgomery and lost 44-35. Auburn Baby Tigers defeated Dothan 42-7. And Enterprise over the Smith Station Panthers 56-6. Let's head over to the West Georgia area for high school football action. East Coweta lost to Westlake 48-35, as well as Allen defeated Greenville 58-7. Hudson Lee over Trinity Christian 40-7. The Noonan Cougars on the road against Thayer beat them 44-22. Go Cougars! Lovejoy over Northgate 20-14.
Currently, they are push to slow down AI development until we can get more safeguards in place. It definitely needs to be safeguarded for people because you got to think the generation of people that don't even trust their phones right now with the regular internet. So I don't think it's a bad idea on Agent 534 for them to slow down on it. I know it's going to be very useful for a lot of things, and I don't think it's dangerous overall, but until we can get used to it, because it's a change. I mean, it's like, let's just say AI is like going from the horse and buggy to a car. Our great-great-grandparents went from them horse and buggies to cars, and a lot of people didn't trust that. That's a good question, Brandon. He says, the question is, who is programming this AI crap? Yeah. That's a good question, brother. Let's see here. No, we can't bring Jesus back. He's the only one who can take care of himself. Exactly, Odd. Exactly. Well, we have to slowly incorporate it. Just like they slowly incorporated the car years ago until people got used to it. Just think, you grow up all them years, horse and buggies, you grow up in, just think about it. Hey, yeah, Jesus, come on, Bolly. Go, but that's all right. All right, we're getting ready to come back here. We're going to talk about.
You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show. Every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern, you'll hear sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even.
Yeah, once a day. Well, that might be true. Yes. I'm shutting it.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of the 45 Severe Radio Show, where I play all vinyl 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Newton, Georgia.
Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. My voice is coming back 10 minutes away from the top of the hour. We'll take a look at a few other things going on around the area and around the state. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. And we got to say, who do you have to win the World Series? 63% say the Dodgers, 37% say them Yankees. We got a listener here in the YouTube, Odd Agent 534, talking about the AI and how, it is going to be useful in the future, but we have to get used to it. And I'm understanding that. I really am. And I think it's going to be, like I was saying off the break, I think AI is something we got to get used to the way people got used to horse and buggy. People got used to cars. It's got to slowly be incorporated for us to get used to it before it officially becomes what we use for work. So there you go. And of course, I'm ignoring the other stuff that's going on in here. I just be glad when next week is over. Jelly Roll is hosting a private performance for the Appalchee High School for students, staff, parents, and everyone in the city of Winder as he's giving back to the community. Harvey Weinstein has been diagnosed with cancer. Some people might say that's a good thing. Other headlines include Grateful Dead bassist and founding member Phil Leese has passed away on Friday at age 84. And Matthew Perry's home is up for sale for $8.6 million a year after his death. The friend Star passing away in it from a drug overdose, I think they said. Similar, or drugs causing it. Not a drug overdose, but drugs causing his body to weaken over the years. Israel on Saturday said it will conclude its strikes, and Iran is trying to lash back out at them. Iran urges the world to stand against Israel's war crimes. Prime Minister Netanyahu says, we keep our promise as they continue to move forward. Tropical storm conditions right as hurricane season enters its final month is heading in there. Federal appeals court backs the judge restoring a purge voters in Virginia, and Russia transporting North Korean troops to the front lines in civilian trucks as they continue their war with Ukraine to the Russian front. Wow. Amazing some of the stuff that's going on there. It's amazing stuff that's going on there. We do stand with Israel and everything, but wow, what's Iran wanting us to talk about how bad they are? Well, you guys attacked them. Don't understand. Woo-wee. Well, I tell you what, Bad Blood 2 is coming up. Vincent Kennedy McMahon. It's me, America. It's me that's controlling everything. I'm the monster behind all the monsters. Big pay-per-view. Bad Blood 2. Some of your favorite wrestlers are going to be fighting each other. Not really, but I'll put a pay-per-view together for you. Probably talking about it on Friday. Especially since there's going to be a real pay-per-view this weekend. And there was a few this past weekend. You love the Vince McMahon voice? Thank you. It's me, America. It's me destroying everything. Not the Democrats and Republicans. I'm controlling it all. Yeah, I got me a conspiracy theory on that. Yep, you'll be like, wait a minute, that might make sense, Ryan, what you're going to tell us later this week. All right, let's head back into it. E. coli. Anyway, McDonald's will resume selling their quarter-pounder hamburgers in all restaurants this week after it was informed that the results of testing show no detection of, I don't want to say it loud, in the beef patties, but it was in the onions. So we told you about all the onions last week. The iconic U.S. eatery pulled the quarter pounder from its menu, mostly in Midwest and mountain states early last week, aiming at the growing outbreak of outbreak on hamburger sandwiches. As of Friday, at least 75 cases have been detected so far in 13 states. At least 22 people have been hospitalized, and one person has died from eating a quarter pounder. You'll die from eating too much McDonald's anyway. So it was identified, McDonald's identified it at one of its suppliers as well. The 900 restaurants received those onions from the Taylor Farms, Colorado farm, resume selling the quarter pounders without those onions on it. I told you, I'm getting it. I won. Onions are gone. I won. By telling the truth, God's like, hey, we're going to get rid of the onions for Ryan. By bringing you guys together and telling the truth, there you go. Did I not say they were bad? Did I not say I was going to get rid of the onions? Now they are. One man, tell me when I'm telling lies, baby. The Rhino never tells it. Lie. Oh, wow. Yeah, right. I think the other way, there's an Irish gang story in New York. After WWE, the Irish gang do get jobs. And so in one way, I love McMahon. Oh, you love McMahon. Well, I think he's done some things, but he's a monster behind everything. I'll talk about that later this week. We got a full week of stuff to get into, but I thought that'd be fun to go into this and everything. Guys, don't let all the stuff that your difference of opinions, seeing this on the YouTube and on everything. Sweetly's like, look, everybody's got different opinions. There are always going to be disagreements. But one thing we can't agree on is we're all good and we should love one another. And that's why I like being on this feed and listening to Ryan every morning, because he tries to bring everybody together. He tries. Saluting our Native Americans. Native American heritage year-round, by the way, for me. Bob says, thank you, brother. That's why you're loved on the Navajo Nation. Sue says, yes, indeed. When I order White Castle sandwiches, I ask them to hold the maggots. That's it. They are definitely so. There you go. All right, guys, we're going to take a break here. Stay tuned. We got a lot more in store for you on this RyanORadio Penitentiary. We'll get you a couple of things. We're going to do at the end of next hour. We're going to do our male and female soap operas. Male and female soap operas. By the way, as we go into this break, just remember, go out, do your voting. Remember not to wear your apparel, who you support. Just go vote and go on about your business. There's a lot of stuff out there, guys. People are going to disagree and they're going to call people names and they're going to push each other's buttons because it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Oh, Glory says, have you ever seen the Austin Powers, The Spy That Shagged Me? Love that movie. Yeah, shag me, baby. Boy, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby, I have. Back in a moment. Shag me, baby. Can't do 100%. My voice ain't back. Truck driver Terry. What's up, Terry C?
Hey, good morning. I'm in the back of my trailer. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I just wanted to say that person that says hold the maggots. That's where all the flavors at. What are you talking about?
Well, Randall.
Y'all be nice. Hey, y'all be nice to each other.
Yes.
On this feed. You hear me?
That's
y'all
it.
Be nice to each other.
Be good to each other. Yes.
We love all the weirdos, even Jessica and Martin.
Especially Martin being weirdo. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Martin.
We only love them because God told us to.
Well, yeah, he did. But I really do care about everybody because everybody's taking their time out of their busy schedules just to listen to me and watch me. So that does make me feel good.
Yeah, well, we love them. We even love Bali over there in that place. We're over there in India.
That's it, Bali. We love him too.
Yeah, we all behave to each other.
You hear that? Truck driver Terry said, behave. Don't make him drive and find you.
And just remember one thing.
What?
Just remember one thing. It's pretty simple.
What's that?
If you like the way we are living, if you like the prices, if you like the policies, if you like the crime, if you like the open borders, then you know who to vote for.
Right.
But if you don't, we You need to vote for the change. It's pretty simple.
There you go. Terry's giving you some advice this morning, everyone.
Anyway, get out there and vote.
That's it. Definitely so.
All right, y'all have a good day. I'll be listening to you. I gotta back this truck up.
All right, brother. Be careful.
All right, brother.
All right, bye. Yep, take care of one another. Be good to one another. We love you, everybody. War Defenders is on. Good morning. Especially you, old Martin. I was picking at you. Oh, Lord, everybody. We love everybody on here. I appreciate everybody taking the time out to be with me. Be safe, Terry says, Sheriff. I will tell them all you said hello when I go back on the air. Pete, you're late this morning. You are late this morning. Most of my male friends are conservative. They always argue. It's all fun. Well, if you like to have fun, that's fine. If you guys are having fun with it, that's fine. And you still can go out and party together and have a good time. That's all. If you can disagree and still have a good time with one another, that's good. I want that to be that way. Bite me. Bite you? What? You're late, Pete. I'm writing you up. And you said, bite me. That's 2 write-ups. It's not fun for them. Some of them are like Lori. Oh. I haven't been reading too much that's on there, so I don't know what's going on. Have to blast off. Y'all catch me around the tracks. All right, Odd, we will, brother. Are you a dirt track driver or a NASCAR driver? That'd be cool. Later, Odd. Just a humble AI. Well, thank you, humble AI. We appreciate you. All right. Thank you for being a humble AI. We appreciate you being with us. Friends are friends no matter what. That's right. They can't get into real conspiracy theories like us. And they all have to be fighting. We don't want it. Meow, meow. Is that one of those gamer girls on here? Love from Australia. Oh, okay. Well, meow, meow. Love to you from Australia. From America to Australia to you, meow, meow. We appreciate you. We're all cool. Well, you say some of us are cool enough. Well, I know. I mean, I'm cooler than most. I'm just kidding. I mess with everybody. I'm so happy to have my voice almost back to 100%. You just don't know. People that have been watching the show and listening to the show for a while know that I was out a couple of days last week because of laryngitis. And in the talk show world, radio talk show world, it doesn't work. I think he did do it. Meow, meow, I do. We're going to be getting some more of that, some different news tomorrow on some stuff down in Florida. Hopefully Poopy Pie will be on for this one she's been telling me about for a while. Like, subscribe, and share to the page. Get as many people. We're at 881. We're almost at 1,000 mark. But I'm not going to pull any clickbait stuff to get up there. So.
I'm offering my services as a counselor. Contact me if you need services at my website.
Thank you very much, Meow Meow. Appreciate you. Some of your female friends won't talk for hours. Wow. And chills. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more going down, I think, with Diddy. There's going to be a lot more. Leonardo DiCaprio's back in the United States, everybody. We do True Crime Thursday, by the way, meow, meow. If you're tuning in for the first time, on Thursdays, we do True Crime. This week is going to be Halloween edition of it. Hello, cutie, says Andrew Polanis. Good morning, Andrew Polanis, my lovely bride. We're ready to go Thursday. We're ready to go all week. My voice is coming back. Woohoo! Kids are in school. Woohoo! The Terror Twins. Shelton and Missy. Listening to
WQEE 99.1 FM, the key in Union, Georgia.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele.
You think you know me?
Here we go. Oh, I do. I see clearly. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. What's up, sports nuts, inmates, and more? You're in lockdown on the Sunny FM radio network dials. Coming up this hour, we're going to give you a little male and female soap opera news at the end of the show. Get ready for tomorrow's show with sports analyst Richard Holdridge. He and I are going to do Picks to Hit this week again in the NFL, plus college football action as my Auburn Tigers won. You notice I'm wearing my Auburn Tigers on my feed. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Also, ladies and germs, we'll have Shane B with us tomorrow and talk about the top 10 movies. Top 10 movies. That's right. And what's hot and what's not on YouTube, Roku, and more. Hopefully pretty soon I'll be on with those network dials. We'll talk about that later. What about the Giants? What about the Giants not in the World Series? If that's what you're talking about. Our NFL Giants? I don't know. We'll get into all that tomorrow. Coming up on Wednesday in the final period, it's going to be Brenda Gasky from Horrifying History. She's going to bring you history stained with the unknown, the blood of the unknown. And on Thursday, we're just going to have open lines. We've got Creepy Confidential calling in, as well as I'm going to try to see if we can get one more person to call in for Halloween edition of the RyanORadio Penitentiary. And later this week, Bad Blood 2, put on by Vincent Kennedy McMahon. We'll talk about that. 6 guys that support Vince McMahon are separate on supporting what's going on in the election. It's a big pay-per-view coming up. I got to make fun of it. Sorry. Got to do it. All right. Yeah, the New York NFL Giants. We'll talk about them probably tomorrow as well, brother. Go Cowboys, they say. We'll get you all the – and like Daniel said earlier from Missouri, what about them Chiefs and them Falcons? Falcons did well this weekend too. We'll talk all about that tomorrow and everything. Who do you think is going to win the World Series? Game 3 tonight in New York and the Bronx as the Yankees play host to the Dodgers. The Dodgers are 2 games ahead after leaving Los Angeles on Friday and Saturday's games. Friday night was an overtime game. They went into overtime, as you would say. They had an extra innings, we should say, in baseball. And then of course, the Dodgers won on Saturday night. 2 games to nothing. 58% of you believe the Dodgers are going to be the World Series champions, while 42% of you believe that Yankees are going to win it. Woohoo! Yes, Halloween on. We'll have some Halloween stories for you on Thursday. All right, so a full week of great stuff. I want to thank Coach Tommy Lewis for being with us this morning, earlier in the first period, talking about the landmark Christian War Eagle. For sure. All right. What? Wait a minute. This is in Alabama. Opelika. Wow, I didn't know this story was there, but it's getting close. All right, here we go. During a call, authorities arrested a Louisiana man who also threatened to blow up a Ultra Beauty store in Opelika, Alabama. 42-year-old Timothy Lincoln was overheard by Ultra employees while making a phone call outside of the business. During the call, he said, "I'm going to blow this blank up, this S up." The remarks resulted in an investigation, and of course, they got everybody out of all the stores and all locations. Opelika officers were called to the scene over there. Lincoln was taken into custody. His mugshot shows writing and markings of various colors across Lincoln's face. However, the officers have not commented on the markings yet. Maybe he's some kind of satanic. He drew on his face like a kid. My beard's blue. My face has got all kind of markings on it. Yeah. They didn't have his brand of makeup, says Andrew Claus. Lincoln has been banned from Ultra for life. Making a terroristic threat is a Class C felony under Alabama law. The offense carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison if he is convicted. What a jump. What a. Oh, yeah. He kind of he's kind of making himself look like Jelly Roll, except for Jelly Roll's a nice guy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he didn't have his makeup, kind of brand of makeup. What an idiot. What an idiot. Wow. This is our pre-Thursday stuff, guys. True crime. Speaking of true crime, Grammy Award-winning rapper Lil Dunk, I've never heard of him, has been arrested and being held without bond in Florida in charges of murder for hire. Lil Dunk, better known as Dirt Bunkins, I guess that's his real name, was booked and jailed by U.S. Marshals on Thursday. He was arrested for an alleged effort to carry out a revenge killing in the death of OTF member, a member of his gang, in 2020. Case is still under investigation. What? Oh, Lordy, Lordy. What a name. Oh, my goodness. In some other news, ladies and gentlemen, Grateful Dead bassist and founding member Phil Leese has passed away at age 84 on Friday. No word on how he passed away. We'll get that later on. Matthew Perry, the Friends star, his home is being sold for $8.6 million a year after his death. And drugs had a part of that over the years. Drug abuse had a part of that. Harvey Weinstein, the convicted serial rapist and everything, has been diagnosed with cancer. And Jelly Roll, we talked about it here. Rock star Jelly Roll, rapper, country singer, rocker, all that good stuff. Wrestler, taking down A-Town Down Under at WrestleMania, performing at WrestleMania, all that, singing at WrestleMania, big wrestling fan. Jelly Roll performed a private performance for the students and staff and parents at Appalchee High School in the city of Winder. You know what happened in the city of Winder a few months back? A 14-year-old went into the school and started shooting it up and killed 4 people, 2 adults and 2 students there, 2 teachers, 2 students there at the school. And he's raising funds and helping it out and everything. Jelly Roll, good guy, good guy. And if the CEO of the company is listening, Jelly Roll needs to be added to the musical format. He's big time today. You want yesterday's hits and today's favorites? Add that one. Good guy, doing something for everybody. Of course, speaking of that 14-year-old, I'm not bringing up names, even though he's going to be charged as an adult. I don't do that. Old school radio news tells me not to do that. The 14-year-old is taking his chance with a jury trial as he pleaded not guilty last week in court. So there you go. That's just some of the news you get right there, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it's the battleground states this week in the election. Everyone loves jelly, says it's the battleground states this week: Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Georgia all week long. Harris and Trump will be going to these states and different things and back and forth. And of course, yeah, I've got that news too, Chair. And coming up this weekend, they both will end the weekend heading into Tuesday's election in Georgia. That is, Ric Flair's stepson did die. The son of Wendy. The son of Wendy. Good morning. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Hello, who's this?
So what I want to do here is to help you maximize your Medicare benefits.
You do?
You know, it's the annual enrollment period 2025,
Really?
and I want to make sure you have the best coverage for the year.
Well, I don't want no
Shows
coverage.
that you have both Part A and
I don't trust the
Part B
government. I
Medicare
don't trust doctors. I don't trust any of them.
Perfect. You're eligible for the new update. I am just connecting you with a verification officer to assist you. Now, please hold on for a
See?
second.
They understand.
The number you have dialed is not in service. Please check the number.
Really? It's not in service. So there's our joke of the day, everybody. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. So there you go. Yes, Ric Flair's son has passed away. Our stepson has passed away. Wow. We're going to take a short break. Back in a moment. You're tuned into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Don't you dare move away from that radio dial. We got a few more things to talk about. We'll get that details of that news story and much more. Who do you have winning the World Series? The Dodgers, 56% of the votes, or the Yankees at 44% of the votes? Like, subscribe, and share on the YouTube page as well.
Your Sunny FM Radio News. I'm RyanORadio. News brought to you 17 First Avenue here in the Metro Atlanta area of Newton. In the City Church every Sunday morning, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and 10:30 a.m. services, 6:30 p.m. services, transforming lives for Jesus' sake. Pastor Jimmy Ellison and staff invite you out. A man in Lagrange was shot on Hammett Road last week. The victim reportedly said he was walking west on Hammett Road near the speedy service at 201 Whitesville Road when an unknown person shot a gun at him and a bullet struck him. If you know any additional information on this, please contact Lagrange Police at 706-883-2603. Our Crime Stoppers at 706-812-1000. Police also in Lagrange say a man was charged after an incident of alleged sexual assault and indecent exposure at a Lagrange business. Brandon Lee Garrett allegedly exposed himself and touched a woman inside a herb shop on Ridley Avenue. Garrett has been taken into custody. If you know any information, please contact Crime Stoppers at 706-812-1000. Safety is a top priority in Opelika with the Opelika Police Department, Opelika High School, and parents after a threat.
Be nice to one another, everybody says.
Last week, Opelika High School was placed on lockdown last Tuesday after a shooting threat by a 14-year-old as detectives continue to investigate in this case. The Newton City Council is seeking your help, the public's input on the Farmer Street Cemetery. They're changing the name and they want you to give them some great ideas. Please help out by going to the Newton City Council's website and submitting. And finally, Winder High School paralyzed football player surprised the team and coaches on Friday during their senior night as Carson Kimball, who was injured in a game against Bowden a few months ago, go down on the field for senior night. The quarterback says he felt like he hoped he gave some inspiration to the team, the coach, and everyone out there. Way to go, Carson. We're proud to see you back out on the field. Reporting for Sunny FM Radio News, I'm Ryan O'Neal.
Looking for the right bank to be your partner? Experience the difference in Southern States Bank. At Southern States Bank, we're not just your bankers, we're your partners. Our team is deeply rooted in the community. We take pride in providing personalized service. Come to Southern States Bank. Great service comes naturally.
All right, we're getting ready. Like, subscribe, and share. We're coming back for some more news.
Southern States Bank, your community, your bank. Equal housing lender, member of DIC, NMLS number 410611.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste, the best chicken
Hanging around.
Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken, right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
Hey, this is Pastor Terrell Scott, and I come on Sunday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m. bringing the Word of God to bring transformation, hope, and deliverance to your life. God loves you, cares about you, and wants to instruct and guide you in His Word. So I can tell you, Sunday at 11 a.m.
We're coming back.
So your life can be radically changed forever because God's love and care.
Started off Friday early with the RyanORadio Penitentiary and yours truly, Ryan O'Neal. 3 periods of non-stop play of sports, news, entertainment, great guests, fun, and everything you need to know from Metro Atlanta to the
At Hoochie Valley.
It's the RyanORadio Penitentiary. Yours truly, Ryan O'Neal. 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, right here on your Sunny FM radio dial.
That's right. That's beginning next week. Every single station is going to have the RyanORadio Penitentiary on the Sunny FM radio network dials. Everything you need to know. News, national news every 30 minutes. What's going on in the local areas and national areas, and the best and great guests like we have this week. Because your radio tribal chief is on the air, Ryan O'Neal, and acknowledge me. I had to do that because his theme song, Roman Reigns' theme song's in the background. All right, good morning, everybody on the YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share. Continue to be there. Also, continue to listen to us throughout all the different formats we have, from streaming on the RyanORadio Media from 23 different streaming platforms to 25 real and internet radio stations on the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, the YouTube page, and Real Radio and the Sunny FM radio networks. Roman Reigns Spear. Welcome back in, guys. We'll have a little wrestling wrap up for you from over the weekend. TNA Wrestling did a fantastic pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. Watched a little bit of the NXT. They were in front of a big crowd. NXT's going to start to be in front of a big crowd. I guess they're going to make that third brand an actual brand rather than just in front of 25 people. We'll have our soap opera news coming up for you here in just a few moments. Male and female soap opera news. All right, who do you have to win the World Series, ladies and gentlemen? 56% of you say the Dodgers, the Yankees 44%. Tonight, Game 3 of the World Series on Fox, 8:05 p.m., and that's going to be right there. And, of course, it's going to be in the Bronx, New York. In the Bronx, up in New York. All right, NASCAR fans, here you got some exciting news. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is back. Buy stock in Zion Oil, says Indra Blanas on the YouTube feed. All right. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is back. He's announced that he's going to be back returning to racing in the number 8 Classic Budweiser Chevy. That's right. He's back. Maybe next season. Not this season because this season's already over. So there you go. And any other news we have from over the weekend? Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. My Auburn Tigers won about time, 24-10 over Kentucky. Alabama shut down Missouri, 34-0. Happy Halloween week, BK on the air, coming on my YouTube feed. Good morning to you. My brother from another radio mother. Good morning, Barry. Penn State over Wisconsin, 28-13. Florida State fell to Miami, 36-14. And Notre Dame over Navy, 51-14. As Texas defeated Vandy, 27-24. That's some of the sports news we have for you. My voice is doing better, Captain Hot Buns. Thank you for asking from Arizona. Can't really do the Captain Hot Buns welcome, but I'll get that hopefully later this week. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Oh, no. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, somebody else is calling.
Are you on the air?
You are on the air, yes.
Good morning, everyone. It's Andra Polana.
Hello.
I'm just calling in to say hi.
You calling in to say hi? Somebody else is calling in behind you, too. Everybody wants to call in.
I know. You're going to have to get a special call-in number.
I'm going to have to get a...
Because, you're about to be heard in, 2 different states. And
Well, I'm already heard in a lot of other states on the Navajo Nation, but yeah, in East Alabama, West Georgia, for sure.
We need to get you a special number for people to call in.
I need a special number. Yeah. That'd be cool. Be cool. Well, anything you want to add this morning before we let you go?
What's the topic for today?
No topic. It's Monday.
I mean, I can just say anything I want to say.
No, you can't just say anything you want to say, but yeah.
I mean, I know, not the FCC, no words, no.
No. If you got something to add this morning, yes. What do you want to add?
Well, right now I'm looking at a baby.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Lincoln.
Oh, Lincoln. Lincoln County.
Smiling
Lincoln.
at me.
He's smiling at you.
Yeah.
He's on the radio now.
Scrambled him some eggs.
Oh, scrambled eggs sounds good about now. I'm hungry.
Yeah, he's almost 6 months old. And he'll be able to eat a scrambled egg pretty soon.
I'm hungry. I want scrambled eggs now. Well, hello, Lincoln.
Well, since I can pretty much say anything.
Yeah, we got a couple of minutes.
Talk about. I do have a concern.
Okay.
That
Okay. Well, then don't share it yet. Wait till later.
Well, it just dawned on me. I need to wait till next week.
Okay.
But next week I've got something powerful to share.
All right. Well, okay
So
then.
like I said, buy stock. If you're out there and you want to buy some stock, I would definitely buy some stock in WWE because, like you said, they're about to take one of those other brands and make it a major brand.
Yeah, yep, that's what they're doing. They did it last
they're
night.
developing a new brand, so that shows growth.
Yep.
And you want to buy, and WWE's been around forever, and
Yeah, before
under the
Vince
new
McMahon.
management that they have now, I think it would be a smart idea to purchase some stock. And then, your Coca-Colas and your pharmaceutical companies, anything dealing with purifying air and purifying water. Any companies that do that, purifying air, purifying water, are safe stock options. But here's one, Zion Oil and Gas.
Okay.
The last time I checked, that stock was like 20 cents a share.
Wow.
And, this is Israel's only oil well that I know of.
Right.
And you know what? Everything going on over there in Israel is bound to affect the stock prices.
It is.
And the reason why, everybody's against Israel is because of their oil supply. I know they say, it's because of all this other stuff, but that's just to mask the real reason, and the real reason
They're jealous of
because of their oil supply.
Of course they're jealous of them.
Israel's oil supply is the deepest oil well below sea level, which means all the other oil wells in the countries around Israel are supplied by that pool of oil in Israel. It flows underground to Iran and Iraq and Saudi Arabia.
I think they are.
And since Israel has been pumping their oil, less oil is flowing out into those underground pools. And they've noticed the decrease.
Right.
Haven't you noticed how gas prices have been going up? But they're not really telling you the real reason why it's going up and why they really are trying to attack Israel, why Israel to begin with.
Ooh, right.
And so if I were, looking for some oil, some stock to buy that's really going to make me a big profit,
right,
I would definitely invest in Zion Oil and Gas because, $250 can get you started. You can buy the stock directly from the company. You don't even have to go through a stockbroker.
Okay, sounds good. Well, there you go. All right, guys, we're going to get ready to take another break. We got our headline news every 30 minutes on the hour on RyanORadio Penitentiary. Thank you, Andrew Polanis, for being with us.
Thank you.
All righty. Had a break.
You know what, Ryan?
What?
I've seen that stock go up to $2 a share.
Really?
In 2016, it was $2 a share. And just imagine if you invested $100,000 at 20 cents a share, and then that stuff jumps up to $2 or $3 a share and you sell, you would make a lot of money. You'd have to get a calculator to figure out all that.
What's up, morning?
All those zeros.
Warrior to finish. Good morning. Yes. Well, all right. I'm going to let you get back to Lincoln.
Yeah, he needs a diaper.
All right.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
He just got changed now. He's eating a bottle.
Okay.
Breakfast. I think I'm going to feed him some breakfast.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Love you.
Love you too. Bye. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye. Somebody's trying to call in over you. That's why you can't hear me. Love you too. Bye. You there? Hello? Hello?
My name is Shane with Healthcare Solutions. How are you today?
Oh, I don't want to talk to you. No. You're trying to rip me off. There goes your money, Terrace, he says. Well, yeah, well. You think the turkey's got more of a larger supply somewhere. Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
Hey, it's Terry C.
Congratulations, buddy,
What?
on the new baby.
No. We're too old.
Oh,
We're grand.
buddy. I had to.
I know, we're grandparents. No.
Oh, I know. Well, you made it sound like, you had a big old story.
Probably was just what she's going to talk about. The old.
Oh, okay. Hey, she sounds more country than I do.
She does, don't she? Well, she's from Alabama, originally from Alabama, so.
Yeah. Well, you done got
Do what?
Dad was living, sort of being from the western North Carolina mountains. We speak in hillbilly up there.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that.
You would have to almost have an interpreter to understand my father. That was hilarious.
Oh, wow.
All of the traveling that I've done, I've kind of belted all my accents down to a whole bunch of other stuff.
Right.
Part hillbilly, part redneck, part everything else. But yeah, I told you to tell her hi, gorgeous, but you didn't. I wasn't talking to you.
I thought you were talking to me. I mean.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I take every compliment,
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just keep that between us. The radio station.
That's right.
So I just wanted to say hello again. I don't know where I'm going yet. I guess my people ain't woke up enough to figure out where I'm going next.
Uh-oh. They ain't figured it out yet.
Yeah. All righty. I'll holler at you guys later.
Sounds good, brother.
Yeah.
Bye. That's what old Warrior Finish said I should be getting. Also said I should get another number. I did not see that, HD Reese. I pay attention. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Want to thank everybody for being with us this morning. Who do you have to win the World Series? Dodgers or Yankees? Dodgers lead this feed 58 to 42% in our poll question of the morning. All right, before we get into a little wrestling wrap up from NXT, TNA, all that good stuff, and all the other good stuff, we're about 20 minutes away from the top of the hour, still holding about 57 degrees under, cloudy skies out there. Is it cloudy? It looks cloudy in my area, so there you go. Good morning, Cher Bear. Thank you for joining us. Ric Flair's family is in mourning this morning. I know him and Wendy Barlow, who is his ex, are still kind of on good terms. The wrestling icon's stepson, we talked about it earlier in the feed, Sebastian Kidder, has passed away at age 24. I think it was suicide. His mother, Wendy Barlow, the wrestling ex, confirmed to TMZ that her son died by suicide October 26th. She said, "I'm devastated and shocked," she told the outlet in comments on October 26th. Wow. This is an epidemic with your young men and mental health, she says. Wendy also announced Sebastian's passing on social media. Sebastian's passing on social media. Good morning. Good morning. All right, that's one of them fake calls. Sebastian's passing on social media, sharing one of his final photos, a selfie, which he had himself posted on his own page the day before he died. She says, there are no words to express the pain I'm feeling from the loss of my baby. And mommy loves you, she said. Sebastian's mama, Wendy, played Fifi the Maid alongside Ric Flair at World Championship Wrestling events. Grew up in the Atlanta area and one of four siblings. He was a rock musician and he had released his first album in July. He had told Fox 5 Atlanta the previous month that the record industry was a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, plus romance, sex, energy, and lust there, which is why he didn't like to be a part of it. Sebastian dropped his first music video called Golf Girl at a Bar in June. Both his mom and Ric Flair, who announced their split after 13 years in September, promoted it on their social media. During a television interview, Sebastian also talked about growing up with the WWE Hall of Famer, who's 75 now, Richard Flair. Growing up with Rick as a stepdad, it was very different, very unique. That's for sure, he said. You go out for a family meal and you get surrounded by fans, and you're already exposed at an early age. Everybody coming up wanting pictures, autographs, and stuff like that. The singer added, I meant what kid has Post Malone coming over to his house and having dinner with the family? As Darius Rucker pulled up a tour bus one time. So there you go. He said that was unique. So there you go. God bless him and his family and everything. So there you go. Wow. This is not Ric Flair's only death in his family. His son, Reed Flair, with his ex-wife, Elizabeth Flair, passed away at age 25, who was a wrestler as well. Wow. Hello, good morning. Hello? All right. Thank you for trying to interrupt my show there. Wow. So God bless Ric Flair. He's in mourning as well. Wow. Speaking of wrestling, WWE SmackDown, Jimmy and Jey Uso reunited. The Motor City Machine Guns became the new WWE Tag Team Champions, beating the Bloodline 2.0. Orton, Triple H face-to-face. Orton's going to get KO this weekend at Crown Jewel. We'll talk more about that on Friday. Andrade taking on Carmella Hayes. No contest. Both of them are taking on LA Knight this weekend. Naomi beat Candice LeRae. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, TNA Wrestling. Eric Young inducted Bob Ryder, who was a TNA behind-the-scenes guy, into the Hall of Fame. And Rhino, former ECW wrestler, TNA wrestler, WWE wrestler, in the Hall of Fame. He was inducted, thanking everybody from Paul Heyman to Triple H, Tommy Dreamer, to his new best friend, Heath Slater. Events happen. Pre-show, Ash by Elegance and Heather by Elegance defeat their opponents. 20-person intergender match. Call your shot. Number one contender, Frankie Kazarian. Bound for Glory opens with TNA X Division Championship. Mike Bailey defends that title against Fankingo. TNA Tag Team, Women's Tag Team, Knockout Tag Team. The Spitfire defeat Rosemary and Wendy Chow. Rosemary turns on Wendy Chow. Wendy Chow from NXT. Josh Alexander defeats Steve Macklin. Monster Ball, TNA Digital Media title, and International Heavyweight Championship on the line. PCO, champion, defeats Matt Cardona, a former Zack Ryder. Mike Santana defeated Moose in a match, and TNA World title, Nick Namath defeats Joe Hendrick with Frankie Kazarian as the guest referee. So there you go. There you go. And the Hardys win the tag team championships in a three-way Full Metal Mayhem match. The Hardys get the TNA tag team belts over the System and ABC. Congratulations to them. And, of course, there you go. That's what went on in your male soap operas. When we come back, I'm going to give you your female soap opera for the week. Right after this break, stay with us. More on the way as the RyanORadio Penitentiary cruises on. Time for biscuits and gravy. Little Tabasco sauce. Alabama to the bone there, brother.
on the Sunny FM radio network. I'm Ryan O'Neal. East Alabama, West Georgia, high school football action. We have all the exciting news from Friday night. Let's start in the Greater Valley area with the Valley Rams as they hit the road to take on the Beauregard Hornets and stung them 20-0. The Lanett Panthers were on the road and ran over Rainburg 48-14. Springwood Wildcats still in their winning ways as they called up North River 84-6. Head on over to Randolph County.
That sound good. I don't eat gravy though, but scrambled eggs and biscuits, Tabasco sauce. Yeah.
Henley handled Booker T. Washington at 44-4. The Opelika Bulldogs went to Montgomery against Carver of Montgomery and lost 44-35. Auburn Baby Tigers defeated Dothan 42-7 and Enterprise over the Smith Station Panthers 56-6. Let's head over to the West Georgia area for high school football action. East Coweta lost to Westlake 48-35.
Biscuits and onions. Ooh, no onions. I got rid of all the onions at McDonald's. I'm going to get rid of all the onions completely. I called it and said it and got rid of it. Thank you, God. You can get those quarter pounders without them onions. You just ain't even had the right gravy, says Old Glory. Says, oh, I hadn't had the right gravy. I get rid of the onions. You make a deal with me. You get rid of the onions, Martin. We'll get rid of the onions. We'll get rid of pumpkins for you. Side of bacon. 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 Bacon, 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 bacon. Onion sandwiches, onion sandwiches. Oh, no. Use alcohol to stir up the bacon.
Helps me find the best home pros in my area to handle any kind of project. You can read reviews of the pros, check their availability, even book appointments online. And what my wife loves most is that HomeAdvisor is completely free to use.
Go to homeadvisor.com or download the free app to get started.
Are you looking for a dog trainer with positive reinforcement to help you bond with your new furry friends, or to have customized training in your own home, or wonderful group classes? Check
This isn't nice, Terry.
on their Facebook page. Rosemary has extensive
Wawa Sweets, Terry. Oh, no. Y'all being so onion. Yo, onions. Yuck. I'm straight edge when it comes to onions, too.
Hi, I'm Dr. Luis Winder, and I'm a counselor that works here in the Metro Atlanta area. I'm offering my services as a counselor. Contact me if you need my services.
Onions are not good for me. They're gross. And I'm going to outlaw them just like I got rid of them at McDonald's. Thank you, God. Get rid of them permanently. Repeat. I'm going to pull my Vince McMahon and get rid of onions. Yeah, they are good for your blood, but you eat everything raw in India? Bali, wow. You guys don't cook anything? Well, I got enough muscle right now. So, onion, garlic, eat everything. Oh, onion soup. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do like vampires. Onions, garlic's good. Love pumpkin pie though. I don't eat raw buffalo milk, but vodka damaged my stomach. Ooh, garlic soup. That's not bad. Yeah, we're about almost 10 minutes away from the top of the hour. Stay tuned. Coming up, we've got Empower Strike Back with one of the only HD Reese at 10:30 this morning. We'll follow that up with the Clark Howard Show and an hour there with Military Mom Talk. The best sports lineup in the business on WQEE from 12 to 5 p.m. brings you 12 to 2, the best sports lineup. Rod Peterson Show, NHL, NFL, and of course, CFL action. 2 to 3 be the sports beat with Richard Holdridge, who's our guest tomorrow morning. 3 to 5, Braves Country Radio. 5 to 6 be Rick Smith's show, and we've got our great overnight programming. Right there on following me on WZZV will be Pastor Clyde Reed with the Gospel Train till about 1 o'clock. And then, ladies and gentlemen, on WVEQ 90.5 FM, today's hits and yesterday's favorites. And tune in this afternoon for Ben in the afternoons for bringing the very best music around. He needs to add some Jelly Roll to his afternoon drive show. Breaking news this morning, Woodstock, a crash cleared at I-575 southbound near the exit 8 from the shoulder. Expect some delays out of Canton if you're in that area. No other details. Traffic everywhere else is looking good. Eastbound and southbound lane into East Alabama and coming up to West Georgia. Oh, I like pastors. What? All right. A few more minutes left on this show. Who do you have to win the World Series? Game 3 is tonight in New York and in the Bronx. In the Bronx. Come to New York, baby. It's going to be the Yankees playing host to the Dodgers. The Dodgers are leading 2-0 in that series after Friday and Saturday's game in L.A. So we're going to be telling you, who do you got? 54% of you say the Dodgers, and 46% of you are saying the Yankees. I'm going to get the Dodgers going into this. I know that a few of you are going to be pulling for the Yankees. I don't know who's going to win it, but I wanted to see the Yankees in the Mets series, Subway series, but it didn't happen. But, hey, Yankees, I'd like for them to win it, but I think the Dodgers are going to take it. All right, before we get into anything else, and that's our poll question, we're going to end it on the YouTube page. Thank you for everybody participating. Before we end with what's going on, tomorrow in period number 2, Richard Holdridge from the Sports Beat joins us. We'll do our picks ahead in the NFL, talk college football, and more. We'll talk Alabama. We'll talk Auburn. We'll talk Georgia. I think Georgia was off. We'll talk about their week off and how they head into this weekend and everything. Plus, we got a lot of other things in store for you tomorrow in period number 3. We're going to have Shane B with us. He's going to be talking what's hot and what's not tomorrow on the RyanORadio Penitentiary when it comes to movie reviews, what's hot on Netflix, Hulu, and more. Good morning to you. That person didn't stay on. All right, soap opera news, Y&R for the week, Young and the Restless. Can I get some Young and the Restless music? Yeah, let's see. We got that somewhere. Young and the Restless. You're taking the Yankees, Pete? Oh, they're going to win tonight, I believe. I believe they're going to win tonight. So, thank you, brother. You are very welcome, oh Glory. We thank you for being with us this morning. Oh, Young and the Restless theme music in the background. Victor forms an unexpected alliance this week. Phyllis and Christine have differences of opinions. Nikki worries about Jack. Victor defends his actions. Also, Daniel, his world is turned upside down. Victor warns Kyle. Lily stands her ground with Nikki. Sharon receives a surprise visit. Claire interrupts Summer and Kyle. Victoria and Cole have a discussion, and Daniel takes things in his own hands this week on Young and the Restless. And on Bold and the Beautiful, the Foresters discuss their concerns about Carter's proposal last week about expanding. Brooke struggles as she comes upon Carter and Hope. Steffi finds out some things. Taylor updates Ridge on her heart condition, and Steffi rips the company apart somehow. We'll talk about that later. Dodgers for Terry C., Yankees for Pete. I think the Dodgers are going to take the series, but we got a couple of things going on there. Who do you think is going to take the series? There you go. Put it in the feed, guys. let us know. As World Series continues tonight, we'll talk a little World Series tomorrow with sports analyst Richard Holdridge, and we'll talk movies, what's hot and what's not, in the final period with my brother Shane B. Coming up on Wednesday, horrifying history host Brenda Gaskell, I like to call the professor. She's going to give us a history lesson with the unknown added to it as we head into Halloween. And Halloween, I'm going to have special guest. Creepy Confidential has already been has already said she will be with us on Thursday morning in the 8:30 hour and everything. So make sure you guys tune in on Thursday. And Bad Blood 2 is Friday. We'll talk about that. Good morning. Who is this? Well, we thought you'd hung on, you'd have been on. So many calls coming in. Isn't that what they used to say somewhere? I don't know. Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Stay tuned. A lot of great programming on every single one of the Sunny FM radio networks. And Sunny FM radio network presents the RyanORadio Penitentiary from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. each and every day. We're a book away from it being on every single station. I can't wait for that. You guys have a great day. Peace, love, respect. I am out of here. Stay tuned. More great programming on the way. All right, come on. I appreciate every one of you guys being with us this morning. You guys have a great day. Take care of one another. Be kind to one another. I can't bring myself to vote for any Yankees. Oh my gosh, Randall. You guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're Wednesday. We're going to have some good stuff. True Crime Thursday is going to be our Halloween show. Creepy Confidential is already confirmed. She'll be with us. And I'm trying to get some other people too. Tell some scary stories. Until we meet again tomorrow, have a great day. Peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. Take care of one another. Thank you for being with us.